Hello everyone, welcome to ButterflyIlluminaire's Tarot 242 channel. Thank you. If this is your first time watching, please feel free to subscribe, like, give a thumbs up, right? And share, por favor. Thank you, please and thank you. So today I'm feeling a message from Spirit as far as let's do, I want to say a business. Let's do the business, right? Business vibes. Let's do business vibes because right now we're in Pisces full moon energy. Pisces is the fish. Fish deals with water. Water is the emotions, right? So during this time, I don't feel like it's imperative to take any actions right now. Right now, we're in like that winter vibe, hibernating, right? Standing still, going within, letting things reveal itself, letting things reveal themselves, and also just meditating about things, being selective about who you let in your space, and know why you're not letting them in your space, and be confident in that. Okay, so these energies, I do feel like they'll last till about Tuesday. And with that being said, I do feel like we need to let people expose themselves, places and things, and go from there. We are in Mercury retrograde pre-shadow right now, and we'll be in Mercury retrograde until December 7th. So do keep that in mind. Things are going bazonkers for a lot of people, especially with vehicles and transportation, and that's totally understandable because that's Mercury retrograde vibes, right? It's coming in strong with cars. So I woke up today and my car was running hot, so I had to call a mechanic. The mechanic came to my place. Gratefully, I have a mechanic on call, but I know a lot of people are probably going through it. So just remember to take deep breaths, and it feels like things are testing and trying right now. So this is going to be very quick. Thank you to a subscriber, a watcher, a viewer did say that they do not watch anything longer than 10 minutes, unfortunately, because their life, it's very quick pace and fast paced, so they have to get in and get out, and that New York vibe type life, which I love. I love New York, by the way. Shout out to them, and shout out to all my light workers and all of my new subscribers and new likes and new views. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you wholeheartedly. I want you to pick a category. Category 1, Category 2, Category 3, Category 4. Category 1, take a few deep breaths. This is the pyrite, black obsidian, clear quartz, tiger's eye, heart. See which one you are drawn to. Let your intuition guide you, for it never steers you wrong. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4. And this is going to be matched with the cards as well. I'm going to do a double read, okay? So this is together, this is together, this is together, and this is together. So for those who picked card 1, we're going to go over what we got here. My bad. It's a slot, right? A slot in your shirt that says, my bad. Modesty. I'm willing to be wrong. I'm willing to not know all the answers. I'm even willing to admit to my boss that I screwed up. Behind all this humility is the me that knows it's better to be modest than to be a die hard, try hard, know it all. Isn't that mature and gracious of me? You're welcome. Okay, so we do have a slot here. Look, and he's wearing the my bad, right? I may be a little slow to come with punches or quick to come with the comebacks, but hey, I'm here though. Isn't that all that matters? I might be a little young or see a young little grasshopper in the mindset, right? But hey, At least I'm not boosting. At least I'm not saying that I'm overly confident, right? I'm here to learn. I'm here to see if I got what it takes. Doesn't that mean anything? That's what I'm getting from this card. Yeah. So let's see what the other card says. So this is card 2. That's paired with the work. Luis Bourgeois. I'm going to pronounce it as that. It's Bourgeois. Or maybe Burgos. Right? I'm probably butchering her name. But this card lets me know I'm getting like, this is, so this is a new deck, by the way, so I'm going to use the book. So I'm just going to say Louise B, okay, because I don't want to butcher her name too much. She's from France, and she's born 1911 to 2010. She died in 2010. It says, Louise was lucky enough to experience enough childhood trauma to influence an art career that thrived well into her 98th year on Earth. Bourgeois worked in a variety of media, including sculpture and illustration, exploring themes on personal history and shitty family dynamics. Louise scrutinized and subverted domesticity. She is recognized for her large-scale public sculptures of spiders, an ode, right, to her dexterous, protective mother. Among other recurring symbols and sexually suggestive forms. Later in life, Louise was generous with her time and brutal honesty. In her New York home, she held Sunday salons for young artists, to whom she personally served their own asses for making bad art. So paired with this is like, you got sloth vibes, and you got spider, mortician, Day of the Dead, right in time for for the Halloween, right? Salmon, I think they call it salmon, pronounce it. Samin, I can't pronounce it, but they do have, that gives me that vibes, right? So this is letting me know you went this, if even though this is a work related, it's gonna choose how you perform to work, and your past issues of childhood development shows what type of worker you're gonna be. So whatever you went through in your childhood, the past traumas, it has you with the sloth-like vibes. And don't be apologetic for that, because you are who you are. You are who you are today because what didn't kill you made you stronger, correct? So it says remembering through art is better than forgetting. An inference is worth 1,000 appendages. Draw in private pain to connect with the public. So I do feel like this is at work, you're probably very solitary, and that what makes you slow. That what makes you slow. But there's nothing to be apologetic for that for, because someone who's very solitary gives me that. This is like my hermit, right? My hermit vibes card. Someone who's very solitary and likes to stay to themselves, that means they observe a lot. So that means they can be quick learners. I may appear slow because I'm in the background. I don't partake in any co-worker events or any work-related stuff that takes teamwork and outgoing, and I'm a very loner. But guess what? When I come with a sting. I come with a bite. I come with creativity that is so unparalleled to what any of y'all are capable of thinking, right? I am so devoted to my work in ways that doesn't that may seem frightening to you. That's why you label me, and you might call me, you know, or I might be under the radar a lot to my bosses or people superior to me or higher and higher places than me. But what did Charlotte Webb do? Charlotte made one of the most beautiful webs, right? Little old her. So you have something that's very beautiful inside of you that's willing to be maneuvered, that's willing to be scripted through life with bringing in your work and your play. And don't run from that. Unleash that badass in you to get whatever it is that you desire. Don't forget where you came from to take you where you are. And there's a lot of TP vibes in the back here. So some of you could be a healer. Some of the work that you do, you can be a healer of some sort. Or you could do work with your hands, some type of construction, or an artist of some sort. But whatever you do, the path that leads, it's not straight. The path that's going to lead you to where you want to get in work, it's not straight. So it's going to be a little swivels and swirls, but that's the beauty in it, right? And with that beauty, it's going to be worth, it's going to be, that J. Cole song came to mind. Being not picture perfect, but I'm worth the picture still, right? That quote. What you're going to make, this is someone, you have worth ethics that when you perform so different than most people. And that's the beauty in it. And you can use your past childhoods and how you maneuvered through that to get ahead in life. Bring it to the forefront. Let me see what else I'm picking up on the meaning in here. I feel like, so you could be in the media industry, or like I said, with sculptures, do something like something artistic. And your family history is what allows you to perform like how you are and the type of work that you put in. But later down in life, whatever work it is that you're setting above now and creating a masterpiece, you're going to be recognized by this on a larger scale. Way more than your boss can give you right now. Right? Because each job is a stepping stone. So once you get to where you are, look out for those signs. Right? 9. I feel like you're a 9. You're towards the path of completion of whatever work you have. Whether it be through family, through people that you don't know, through your tribe, whatever it is. You're towards that self-mastery depths of your soul's journey. And I do want to say one more thing about this group. What I'm getting is that you're going to touch a lot of people and inspire a lot of people by being different. So hug your quirks, right? Hug them, kiss them, make love to them. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I am a badass. I does this. I'm worthy. I am enough. I am able. I am so exceptionally well perfected, well made. There's nothing wrong with you. And don't apologize. Don't ever apologize. Okay? And some of you can be mothers as well. And your work is probably being very protective of your children. And that makes you very slow to do other ventures because you're invested into your child. Group 2, you are to the forefront. Welcome. So you are the Black Obsidian. Let's see what we got going for work. Lunch. I eat my own food and I let others eat their own food. If there is not a name on the food, but I didn't buy the food, I use my brain to remember that I didn't buy the food. And I assume that someone else whose name is not my name bought the food. even though they didn't write my not name on the food. I will also repeat this affirmator very loudly so that everyone can benefit from the gentle positivity. So this card has a lot going on. Right? It says Bob's Sandwiches. Bob, Bob, B, Bob. Please don't touch, right? This lunchbox belongs to Bob. Hands off Bob's lunch. So what I'm getting here from here, food for thought, right? This is when you're at work, you're very complex on how you think and how you say things and articulate. You're very complex, and that's what makes you a beautiful worker in itself. When you think of things, you like your credit, and when others think of things, you give them their credit. And that's how you feel like the world should maneuver and be articulated. And it should be very strategic in that way. So when things don't go that way, you still, even though there might be a little disgruntled or mixes on complexities at work, you're the one that comes in and you're the mediator. And you're like, hey guys, clap, 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 pay attention, I'm here. So this is what we're going to do. So I feel like even though, oh, you know what it is? You're a leader, but you're someone who likes to be behind the scenes. So you will take a B instead of an A for your credit. But as long as you get your credit, you're good. So I do feel like you're someone that is very positive, and you could fix any situation or any problem. You're the person to come to for that. So that makes you an A+ in my books, right? Right? Because I'm in 12 signs, I'm a Libra, so we're on the fence for everything, right? We do not we're very indecisive in a way. And then 13 signs, which I go by, which is more accurate, is I'm a Virgo. So we can be wifey and we could be the breadwinner, right? You better give us our credit, right? So what I'm getting here from is like, you're blatantly a leader, but you like to be low-key. And that's the good thing about you, right? And you're someone that, for jobs, you could be like an engineer. You could be someone that is very, maybe a science, in some type of science field of some sort. Or maybe deal with like nutrition or health. That's one of the jobs that you do or you should pursue if you are not in it right now. And I do feel like, what else am I getting from Spirit? Yeah, you're the person that everybody can lean and count on. And you're sturdy. You're very stable in that. So card 2. This is card 2. Francisco Goya. It says, in case of emergency, locate your nearest exile. A good caricature is no exaggeration. Truth takes shapes in the shadows. This is a very interesting card. So like I said, and look at here, it's like, you see right here, that's like this. So you could be an Aries, and this person, you could be an Aries of some sort, which is like a goat, or you could be like a Taurus or some type of earth sign, right? Or earth or fire. This is what I'm getting like at vibes, as far as your zodiac, right? But you're the goat, like you're the wise person. You're very old for your ancient. You're very ancient the way you think, and you're very knowledgeable. And I feel like the people at work, they probably see you as someone that's very, like, if they have like I said, if they have a problem, they come and run to you, and tell you about that issue, in hopes that you could help them fix it, right? So let's read here from the book, because this is my new deck. Guide to the Art Oracles that I'm using. It says, early on, Goya played nice with the establishment, ranking in commissions under 2 monarchs. with painter to the king on his name tag. He took liberties portraying his royal clients, looking less than airbrush, and they liked it. But after the catastrophic years of Napoleon's invasion and the subsequent rise to the power of an Inquisition-friendly court in 1814, Goya found himself at odds with his royal employers. During this time, a serious illness also left him largely deaf. Goya's work became grotesque and misanthropic. His startling 80-plus prints called The Disasters of War, completed between 1810 and 1820, are violent documents of human atrocities. The dark frescoes he painted in his home mirror his dejected spirit. Sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. Wow. Goya went to voluntary exile in 1824 and lived out his misery in France. So this is deep, and he was born in Spain 1746, died in 1828. So that would explain why the goat here or the ram or what's not as dark, right? I feel maybe at work you're not given credit. Whatever job you're in right now, you're not being given the credit that you deserve. And it's becoming very straining and stressful. Like, it's weighing on you. It's on your shoulder, like, pushing you down. Like, hey, you're being stepped on. What are you going to do about it? You've been in, I feel like, and this person who's in this work ethics, they've been there for a long time. So you're a very loyal person. Once you start something, you're in it till the end, right? But that can be good and it can be bad. But you have to know when to draw the line, right? So what's in the dark comes to light at this time for the full moon that we're in Pisces. It deals with emotion. It says truth takes shapes in the shadows. So the inspiration for you to get on with work is whatever is being done at this time, it is what it is. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to airbrush and paint that. No, it is what it is. They don't respect you. They don't put some respect on your name, right? Let it go. LIG, sit Indian style. Meditate about it before you make a move, because now isn't the time to make any moves, right? Don't make no moves at this time. We in pre-shadow of the Mercury retrograde. Transportation issues, breaking down cars, overheating, all that good stuff, right? So this is no time to buy, for business matters. If you want to start a job or take on a job, I would say wait it out, because it's probably going to lead you into something where you're not appreciated as much, right? And with that being said, if you ain't appreciated, you could get the wisdom right now that you need to say, well, this ain't probably the best route to go right now. So let me wait on it, or let me think about it, because that's good in a sense too. Before you pounce on things, right, that's going to weigh you down in the future, you need to think about it, to think about all the pros and cons. So I say this with, but in the event that you do take on something this time, like if you need money right now, I'm not saying do not take a job if you get a job offer. You know, it's a stepping stone, right? Any job is a stepping stone. Take it and head on out within the next 6 months, the next 3 months, whenever. I think we come out of this Mercury retrograde December 7th, okay? So by December 7th, you should be okay as far as all the intense energies of emotions, because Pisces, we're in the full moon of Pisces. Pisces deals with emotions, the water, how you feel about things, how things make you feel. So this is a good time to go to figure out what your passion is in life, right? This person, you might also be a warrior of some sort in a way, because this deals with a lot of liberty and your work right now. Your work might be making you feel very ill, or like you're not being heard, right? Or that people aren't listening to you. And you might just be null and nut right now with your null and void right now with your work, and that's because this time to let it go. LIG, right? Put some respect on my name, or deuces. right? All right, so thank you for flying high with light reading today. And until next time, deuces. Group 3, welcome. You chose a clear quartz. Thank you for flying high with light reading today. Let's get right into it. So for work, it says listening. I foster a heightened level of engaged listening in all my conversations, whether in person or over the phone. When I start to zone out or feel the urge to interrupt, I remind myself that it's better to tune in and listen, really listen to what the other person is saying. Because without good, attentive listening, I won't be able to shoot. What did they just ask me? So it seems as if your job occupation could be in an occupation where you're probably like a therapist or something, a counselor of some sort, maybe like a music producer. You have to listen to music, some sorts of listening skills. And this is basically letting me know when listening is a upheaval or a challenge, is because you're allowing your ego to be on the top, right? Rising above our animalistic nature, right? A beast that just wants to devour and prowl and take and just annihilate, right? Instead of the more someone who listens is more in tune with their femininity or their nurturing side. They're more receptive, right? And that's good in a sense, because that lets me know that at work you're probably someone that, like, you're a know-it-all, and you feel as if, hey, if your boss right now or whoever you work for tells you, hey, we about to have a meeting, y'all lock in, turn off your phones, and you like, for real? Like, you're thinking in your head, this person isn't going to tell me nothing that I don't know. I wish I was at home, or I could be out on the beach somewhere. Or this lets me know that when you're at work, your focus is elsewhere. That means that wherever you are probably at right now isn't the place that you were meant to be. That isn't the place of your heart, because your heart is what you go after your passions in life for. And it's authentic, and it's true, and it's more of your soul essence. So this is something you're just doing it because you got to do it. You got to put money on the table. You got to feed your kids. You got to feed your family. You got to provide, right? All these holidays coming up, right? Halloween. If you have kids or nieces and nephews, they're going to want costumes. If people even come knocking on your door, they're going to want something. They're going to want candy, right? So that lets me know that this basically is you're being called right now to maybe there's probably a lot of gossiping happening around at the worst place too. That's probably why you don't listen to anything, because you're like, oh gosh, here they are with another gossiping or mishap or drama. I'm very solitude person. When I see drama, I run the other way. I don't like drama. So your workplace is probably filled with drama too. This is letting me know. Yeah, let's see what the second card is. Gustav Klimt, or Klimt, right? It says every portrait is a self-portrait. If no group will have you, start your own. Like gold, eroticism, right, fluctuates with times. This is a card. So there is a lot going on. I'm happy to break it down for you, right? But let's read from the deck, because this is a new, for the book, this is a new deck that I'm working with. I'm not familiar with the cards. Actually, no, I'm going to do a representation of what I'm getting from Spirit first, because I feel very inclined. I'm drawn into this serpent-like, right? A lot of people, when they see, going back to biblical representation, right? The serpent is what brought Eve, right? The apple. right? Temptation. To me, in the spiritual sense, all the serpent is wisdom. Wisdom, okay? There goes that third eye pineal gland, right? That third eye chakra right here. And look at it, it's level. You're being in your workplace right now. I feel like you're seeing some things, whether it's in the future and it's something you want to manifest, or something, a glimpse of what's coming in the forefront in the next 6 months or so, or in the next 3 months, or before the end of the year. You're seeing glimpses of that, and you're getting like little downloads, and you're probably seeing very things that you can't comprehend, that doesn't even make sense. Right back here, like, what is this? This is like some Oasic type configuration of art, right? Some Picasso type stuff. Like, there's a bunch of squares and a bunch of little more squares and a bunch of circles, but there is a little infinity type symbol right here, right? Look at that, like the symbol of life, the circle of life. So what this lets me know, whatever you're going through right now is like the panhandle, right? It's holding everything together. Like, this job is holding everything together. You're making ends meet with this work, right? This career, this choice at work, or whatever job you have right now. But Spirit is telling me that everything isn't what meets the eye. Some things are probably unclear right now, and it seems like a lot of workload. You're juggling, like, you have to juggle a lot of things, and you can't be as sleek, and you can't flow like how you really want to and just go wherever you want to go. Some of y'all might even want to travel. And that's the reason why you picked up this job, right? Because you want to travel, you want to see places, and maybe this job is probably giving you the, excuse me, let me get some water. So it's either that my voice is breaking up right now, because if you're not a good listener, right, it means because you're either communicating, you talks too much, right? In a good way. You talks too much. So that means you can't listen, right? You're always the one talking. So your throat chakra, I do feel like it's overstimulated, maybe. That's why, even though I've been doing, like, I'm on my 3rd group, so maybe that's why my voice is breaking down too. But in a spiritual sense, everything is by divine purpose. There is no mistakes. Y'all needs to work on that throat chakra, right? That throat chakra. If you're interested on getting a more in-depth reading, definitely give me a shout out on IG. The links are below, or Facebook, to set up a more in-depth like reading, okay? But this is it lets me know there's infinite possibilities for you, and it's like so near, but it's so far, because it's like out of your reach, but it's in your reach, if that makes sense. So you actually need to, this is, I think you're being, yep, Spirit is calling you to create your own business. You're tired of working for other people because there's so much in you, so much energy, so much potential, that you are being stifled, that you are being a sheep, right? You're being a sheep. And I get like Alabama vibes for some reason. You know, in Alabama, they had the like plantations and what's not, right? Time to check into the plantation again. Oh gosh, here we go. So there's going to be a high point right now. And now, right now, I told the other groups too. Right now, we are in the Pisces pre-shadow of the retrograde, right? Pisces full moon, it deals with the emotions. But right now, your third eye is being lit, and also your throat chakra. There's some overstimulation, or maybe you guys aren't voicing your opinions because you're talking so much. But are you really saying what you need to say? Are you really saying what's on your soul and your heart, not from an egotistical place? This is letting me know that with work too, there isn't really any times to make moves. This isn't a time to make moves because, you know, cars are breaking down, like I said. For transportation, there's a lot of miscommunication. There's a lot of energetic vibes that is telling you to be in winter mode, to hibernate, to just sit back and be still and meditate. Let everything be revealed. Your divine life purpose is on its way to you if you haven't already done it yet, if you're not on it. Your divine life purpose is right there, right? After this whole, I think we're in retrograde up until December 7th. After December 7th clears, stuff is going to start being quick, pace, and fast. Like, whoa, this is everything I ever dreamed of on the other side. If you're unhappy right now at work, which I feel most of you are. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you once again for tuning in and selecting group 3. Glad Spirit brought you here to fly high with a light reading. ButterflyIlluminaire. Peace. To read from the book more about Gustav. So it says Gustav lived in a glamorous belle epoch, Vienna, but felt most at home in a loose-fitting smock and little else. A passionate man, Gustav fathered many children with many lovers, but his real babies were his astonishingly detailed and delicate paintings and murals, often of female nudes, some with incorporated gold leaf. A founder of the Vienna Secession, Gustav championed young modern artists on a break with academic conservatism. After scandals around the so-called pornographic nature of his sensual works, Gustav further withdrew into productive and reproductive privacy, stating that to know him, one need only to know his work. Wow, he was born in Austria he was born 1862 and he passed in 1918. So this is letting me know, like I said, there's some passions and it's to do with your life purpose. And I feel like you're getting a glimpse of that right now. You're very passionate. You can also be someone that is not really receptive at listening at work because you got so much going on. You have a big family at home, or you're starting a family, or your person could be expecting for your male viewers, or you could actually be trying to establish or juggle a lot of lovers. So like you sitting here in that meeting, but you know, babe one texting you, or babe one or spouse one texting you, like, what's up? What we doing tonight? And then the second person's like, hey, how come I didn't hear back from you? And you know, person two could be like, hey, you just ran off the other night. My daughter's in the back. But and this is gonna be very short because I forgot to read from the book. But and then part 3 is going to be that's so you're juggling a lot of people. So I do feel like once you, as far as the passion does a lot with the sacral chakra, right? The sacral chakra is the chakra that does with reproductivity and creating stuff, right? So if I feel like if you want to create something beautiful, tap into that sacral chakra. Look it up, research it. That sacral chakra will get you to where you need to be to see the bigger picture of things, and not only seeing what's in front of you, but also being able to get the hindsight to seeing where you came from and how far you're going to go. Okay, so that's it for the work. Now we're done. Namaste. You got the tiger's heart, right? Tiger's eye heart. Let's see what we got here for you in the work related. Imagination. Ooh. I treasure my imagination, and I can conjure it up and use it at any time. My imagination helps me dream up creative solutions to complex problems that I wouldn't have thought of from inside this same old box. Like how to maybe get outside of this box. Anyone? Help! So imagination. This lets me know at the job that you have now, the work, the career, you are someone that has to be creative. So you could be like an artist, you can be I get like a performer of some sort. But the key to this is your imagination brings balance to your environment. So your workplace might be very crazy, and also crazy in the sense that you have to use your imagination to escape, to get away, right? But also this lets me know at work, everyone can kind of rely on you, whatever you do, if there's a situation, to fix it. So you could be like someone like technical, computers, like a software manager or business analytics or something like that. That's you, right? But I do feel like there is some type of escape mechanism there, like you want to escape. Because here's the, give me 1 second, my battery is about to die. It's on 5%, so I'm just going to finish up here. It's like a mime, right? A mime. Someone that doesn't talk, they just move. Their voice aren't really being heard, but they're seen. So you make a splash wherever you go. Like, this reminds me of a narwhal whale for some reason too. So you're like this big, imaginative, big creative person, and there's a lot of space in between you and what you want. And to reach that, you really have to just put that horn in the forefront and get whoever is in your path to get where you need to be out of the way. And this also reminds me of like prison or being locked up. So you might be feeling like a cage person at work for some reason. But it's like nothing new to you, but it's something new. But you trying to find a creative way or look for a creative resource or output to get out. You know, like create a second means of income or something like that to get more financial freedom. This reminds me of freedom, right? Even though it says imagination. So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to go charge up my phone. Give me 1 second. So I was able to charge it. I am back. Thank you. So let's see here. So, Maïs van der Roch. It says, one lives many lives in a lifetime. A good idea deserves a good aphorism. You van der Husedum. Right? So let's see here. Let's read from the book because this is a new deck. I'm not familiar with all this stuff yet, or half of these artists in here. This is the guide to the art circles. It says, fleeing, guarding, variety. Third, rich, intimidation. Maïs, let's just say Maïs, okay? Maïs escaped Germany for the U.S. in 1938. Before that, he had been the last director of the Bauhaus and internationally celebrated for his Barcelona pavilion of 1929. And before that, he had been little Maria Ludwig Michael Mies, son of a stone mason, wishing to totally reinvent himself and the architecture of his time. Yeah, you guys could be architects as well, or like engineers of some sort. He did just so in Chicago, reshaping the city's skyline in steel and glass, or skin and bones, as he'd say. In his later years, Maïs went global. If only he lived to see as many clever aphorisms, i.e. less is more, become hashtags used for cyberbullying. This is interesting. He was born in Germany in 1886 and died in 1969. So this lets me know whether your work's now where you're like that, you're probably very undervalued or unappreciated, or you have a lot of great ideas and you bring them to the forefront, but they can never really be manifested here in this physical reality because they're so huge, right? But it takes a team to implement certain things and structures. I'm sure he didn't build everything, right? That's why he said skin and bones. He gave it his all. He gave everything that he had to his work and his project. This is someone, if you're at work, you're very hard worker. You're very determined. Your accuracy and precision is like on fleek, right? So it says, one lives many lives in a lifetime. This let me know that you're an old soul. You're an old soul. Give me one moment. So like I said, you're a very old soul, right? And with that, being an old soul, you kind of know the ropes of things, and you know how to get along, with being in the background, right? So this lets me know this is a very business person. So you could be an entrepreneur too. So I do feel like the creativity, or being in a box, you need to unleash your spirit saying, like, unleash your ideas. No matter how crazy they may seem, someone may pick along or be able to help you contribute and create something beautiful and make a change in this world on a collective scale, right? So for some reason, this card reminds me of, you would be like a light worker, your persona, right? Your characteristic, you're a light worker. You're here to change the world, whether it be 10 years from now and you create a book, or you unleash a book, or you make a movie, or create a song, and it stands the seals, stands the test of time, right? So this lets me know that what you're set here to do is way bigger than you can even imagine. The pictures to the puzzles may not even come into a cohesive unit now, but they are a part of the bigger collective scale, whatever work that you're doing. So this person, whatever job you're doing, is very important, and you take it very seriously as well, right? And if he was born, I think it said Germany, you know, Germans are very serious people, right? And that's good, because it means that they're very structured and they're solid foundations. Oh, this might actually let me know that the job that you have is a very solid foundation too. This is a job that you can lean on and keep, and it's something that you could probably, or if you're an entrepreneur, you're building something that you could pass on to your kids, and it'll stand the test of time and be in the now, or the WhatsApps. And yeah, so I do want to let everyone know, as far as career and work, right now we are in Pisces full moon, so it deals a lot with the emotions, and this person looks like they're thinking a lot, right? Their hands in their pocket, they're thinking about the next biggest move, right? On some boss stuff, right? They're thinking of that. I didn't notice this, but there looks like a butterfly in the back. So some type of transformation in the back is happening, where X is going to mark the spot. You're going to reach that destination. If you haven't get it yet in your career, where it's going to be an onset and a trailblazer and a fire torch, right? That's what I'm getting from Spirit, all of that. Woo, that was intense, right? So this is something beautiful, waiting to fly, to set sail in the sky, like a falcon or eagle. Falcon or eagle. So you could be an air sign as well. This is someone who could be an air sign. So that's like a Libra and stuff like that. What I do want to say, yeah, so we're in the post shadow of Mercury retrograde. So don't let your emotions get the best of you, right? Don't let your emotions get the best of you as far as work. Like, if you thinking you need to escape from this job or get a better job, now is not the time to do it, okay? Right now we're in the post shadow of Mercury retrograde. That means that your cars, you're having transportation issues, cars running hot, and communication is, my throat chakra just this is like my fifth reading of the day. So so it could be that, but let me sip some water, excuse me. But it also could be that you what I was gonna say, that don't make any hasty decisions right now, because it's pre-shadow. Now is not the time to make any business moves or decision. I know you have to put food on the plate and make a decision, because you know you can't be jobless or have no occupation in 2019, right? Daughter in the back. Excuse her, guys. I'm almost done here, so I'm just going to let it run through instead of pausing. But I do feel like there is a oh, and then the shadow period should be finishing December 7th, so things should be more on sale and on track and smooth sailing from there. I do feel like what Spirit is trying to tell you is that any good that you do now, whether it be in your work or job related or trying to create something, is going to be successful. You might not see the fruits of your labor right now or anytime soon, but eventually it'll come to the forefront, and it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it in your olden golden days, right? Thank you for flying high with the live reading today and tuning into my channel. Subscribe, like, share, thumbs up, and I appreciate each and every one of you wholeheartedly. Namaste.